Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. So as you know, the Mediterranean diet is considered one of the best diets in the world, and with good reason why, as it's got the perfect balance of fiber, protein, vitamins, and minerals. Anyways, with that being said, today we're making a recipe that hits on all those cylinders. We're talking a one-pot Mediterranean fish soup. And let me tell you, this is not your typical fish soup. This is the next level in goodness, as it's filled with so many great textures and flavors. It's seriously easy to make. And the best part, it's done in a little over 30 minutes. Folks, serve this fish soup next to a crunchy baguette and a bottle of Spanish white wine. More specifically from the beautiful region of Alicante, you can have yourself a fabulous meal. Really quick before we start, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Jim Schallert and Barbara Eastman. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. All right, let's just dive right into this. I'm gonna heat a stock pot with a medium heat and add 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 45 milliliters. Make sure you use the good stuff here. This is what truly makes the difference. Leave where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to finely chop 1 medium-sized onion, roughly chop 6 cloves of garlic, and finely chop 2 small carrots that have been peeled. And if you prefer, you can chop the vegetables before heating the pan. Then we'll add the chopped ingredients into the stock pot. And we'll mix them around. That way they're all coated in the olive oil. And as you know, I like to mix this around continuously. That way everything evenly sautés. After about 4 minutes and the veggies are lightly sautéed, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, which is 1 gram, along with half a teaspoon of dried thyme, which is half a gram, and pinch in 1/4 teaspoon of saffron threads, which is about 1/4 gram. Leave where you get the Spanish golden saffron I'm using in the description box below. Then we'll season with sea salt and a generous portion of freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together. Then we'll drain 1 can of white beans into a colander and rinse the beans under some water. Size of the can that I'm using is 15.5 ounces, which is 440 grams. And we'll gently add the beans into the stock pot. And we'll also add in 1 liter of fish broth, which is 4 1/4 cups. You can also use veggie broth here, chicken broth, or even water if you like. Just make sure to season accordingly if you're using water. And we'll raise it to a high heat and give it a gentle mix. While the broth is heating, I'm going to measure out half a cup of rice, which is 95 grams. I'm using Spanish round rice, which is similar to arborio or any type of short grain rice. Of course, you can use any rice you like here. Just make sure to check the package instructions. That way you get your cooking times right on the money. Once the broth comes to a boil in the stock pot, we'll add in the rice and we'll gently mix it together. And then we'll place the lid on the stock pot and lower the fire to a low heat. While the rice is simmering, let's get our final ingredients ready. I'm going to add in 100 grams of fresh spinach over a cutting board, which is 3 ounces, and roughly chop it. I'm using fresh bagged spinach here, but you can also use the frozen stuff. Just make sure to fully thaw it out beforehand and pat it completely dry. And we'll also add in 2 cod fillets over some paper towels and pat them completely dry. Size of the fillets I'm using are 8 ounces, which is 225 grams each. And I am using cod here about frozen and thawed out, but you can also use the fresh stuff as well as any other type of firm white fish. Then we'll season the cod with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper, and you just have to do this on one side. And then cut each fillet into small bite-sized pieces. Alright, let's move back to the stock pot. After simmering the rice for 14 minutes, which in my case is 4 minutes shy of the rice being cooked through, we'll add in the pieces of fish. Once again, important to check the package instructions in the rice you're using, as you want to add the fish into the soup when the rice has 4 minutes left of being cooked through. And we'll gently mix it together. And then we'll place the lid back on the stock pot and simmer this for another 4 minutes until the rice and fish are just cooked through. Once the fish and rice are just cooked through, we'll turn off the heat and remove the lid. Then we'll add in the chopped spinach and give it a mix until it's well mixed together. and the spinach is lightly wilted. For the final ingredient, we'll squeeze in 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, which is 15 milliliters, and give it one final mix. And check it out, folks, our one-pot Mediterranean fish soup is done. Easy to make, heart-healthy ingredients, and all done in a little over 30 minutes using just one pot. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, a one-pan Mediterranean fish soup. That for me is kind of a tongue twister. One-pan Mediterranean fish soup. Seriously, cannot wait to try this. Here we go. Big bite. And I spilled a little bit. Check that out. This right here is truly right on the money. But most importantly, that first bite warms your soul and fills your body with so much goodness. You know, like I told you at the beginning, the Mediterranean diet, one of the best in the world. This soup right here, truly proving that. Easy to make, heart healthy, give it a try at home. Once again, an extra crunchy baguette and a bottle of Spanish white wine from the beautiful region of Alicante, you're gonna have yourself a fabulous meal. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.